There is a challenge that I've been wanting to try in The Sims 4 for the longest time. It's the Sims 4 floor plan challenge. Essentially, we find a floor plan, already found it just to save some time. I'll pop it on screen for you. We found a floor plan. We have to rebuild this floor plan in The Sims 4. But the floor plan's all I have. I don't know any details about the exterior structure, the exterior colour schemes, the landscaping, nothing. So we build the floor plan, then we've got to navigate the roofing and everything else. It's a really fun challenge and I'm really excited to get this started. Okay, here we are. I have chosen Bargain Bend. I usually avoid this lot, I think just because of where it is and the fact that it's big. It's a 40 by, is it 40 by 30 or is it 30 by 20? Sorry, it's 30 by 20, but this lot is hopefully going to be quite perfect for this particular floor plan because the floor plan's quite wide. So I'm hoping this lot sort of fits the bill. So I'm going to put the floor plan on the screen for you again. I know I popped it on the screen in the intro, but I think it might be nice for us to have it on the screen while we're working on it just for a little bit. I won't keep it up there for the entire time, but I'm hoping this lot is going to be okay because it does go quite far back, but I'm just looking at it and I'm just going to hope for the best. So we are going to start. I might start just doing like room by room as opposed to what I usually do when I build is I'll build the outline and then try and figure out the floor plan later. The floor plan's always like a last sort of job for me, as it were. I always do the outline, then I'll do the exterior and make it all pretty, and then I'll work on the floor plan, which I've said before makes no sense because when I get onto the inside of a house and the floor plan like is all janky, I've only myself to blame. So if you're just starting building in The Sims 4, I would definitely recommend doing something like this because it's really, really helpful. I think I found this floor plan just on Google Images, but the floor plan itself I think is on Etsy. Now I already know that this is going to be a problem, so I am going to shimmy this forward. But I would like to have enough room for some landscaping, so I do need to be mindful of that. But I'm going to try and work on like a room by room basis and just sort of see how we get on. So this, in theory, is going to be the main bedroom. But before I move on to the next bit, I just want to make sure that we can fit a bed. We can. Now, it's a sizable bedroom. There's no closets or anything, I don't think, in here. So I might even get away with making this a little bit more narrow to give us a bit more room on the lot itself. I think that's quite a nice size for a main bedroom, I would say, especially for a single story house. So then we've got on the reference image, it's called the foyer. I would simply just call this the entrance. If you're super fancy, you can call it a foyer, of course. Now, we do need to leave room for a bathroom. Well, I say bathroom, it's a toilet. So there's just a toilet and a sink here. And then we move across and we've got bedroom number 2, which is smaller than this bedroom. So yeah, and I think then this kind of stops there. So then that's going to be bedroom number 2. And then bedroom number 3 is going to be over here. Oh, this is a big lot, isn't it? We'll see how it all works out. But this is bedroom number 3. I think it comes up quite far from what I can tell. I'll pop it down and then we'll see how we feel about everything. Because obviously with me trying to recreate this in The Sims, there are going to be restrictions. There are going to be things that don't really work. So we might have to make some adjustments along the way, which is completely fine. It's all part of the challenge. Now there is a 4th bedroom as well at the back here. But I'm going to be honest that this is where the floor plan gets a bit weird to me, I would say. This to me looks like there's a closet here. There is some sort of bathroom here. And then there's like a room here as well. And then bedroom number 4 kind of is like that, but it seems very narrow. I don't know, like all this seems quite narrow. I might widen everything just by 1, even though on the floor plan these 2 bedrooms are the same size, roughly from the looks of things. As I've just said, we're just rolling with it. This is a bathroom, I'm pretty sure. This is a built-in wardrobe, as I was explaining. And then I'm not like this is some sort of hallway here, I think. I really don't know at this point. And then again, there's like a closet over here, like a built-in one. But it's like, it's more not built into the room. It makes the bathroom a bit smaller. And there is a bath and a toilet and obviously a sink, but we could fit that in there in theory. And then like I'll have to put that there, I would think, and then probably raise this platform up because obviously we've got the built-in closets there. Now before I do anything, I make this mistake every time. We've got different built-in closets. Like we've got these ones, look, which I think I'll probably just put in because they're the smaller ones. So these ones are going to work a little bit better for this house. So I'm just going to provisionally put them in there. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit complicated. So just bear with me. Now we've got like a big family room, sort of like this. And then, oh no, see this is where it gets a bit weird, I think. And this is where the floor plan breaks down for me, because this in theory stretches all the way along. Like that is a big family room, isn't it? That is huge. And we do actually have here, it looks to me like there's a family bathroom here and then like another built-in wardrobe here for this bedroom. And then we might just have to, again, raise the platform here, which is not a problem. For me, it's wasted space a little bit, but I'm trying to replicate this as best I can. But I think this bedroom here actually has an ensuite from the looks of things. Again, which is fine. Toilet and a sink here. This is the entrance, which we can now sort of complete, as it were. And then all of this space over here then becomes, yeah, see, I'm not sure. What I might do is tuck this in, because the back bit actually juts out like this. Oops, like this is kind of what happens here. So we'll make that one big space and then we'll break it down into all the little bits. So this floor plan for me is a little bit janky, but we're going to try and make it work. So we do have a kitchen dining room at the back. So I think, and then where it says like, it says WC. Now to me as a Brit, WC on a floor plan means bathroom, but the bathroom's already laid out and then it's WC as a separate room. So I'm not really sure. Like, so for instance, this bit here, it actually says, I'm looking at the reference image, it says WC, but we've just put this bathroom in. Oh, hold on a minute. Is that a shower? Could it be a shower? Is that what that is? That seems excessive to have that as a shower, but we'll see. We'll see. We're just laying things out. Now, what we could do is, I know people are screaming at the screen at me right now. Rachel, just move the house along, and then potentially you've got what on earth? Hello? Can I move the house or? Oh, okay. We'll do it like this instead. To give us a bit more room over here, because, like I was saying, it's going to be a little bit tight, I think. And then for the main bedroom, I might bring this out again just a little bit to make a bit more sense. Now, of course, the main bathroom does have an ensuite, which it looks to me something like this, I would say. So that's like an ensuite. Then we've got a laundry room from the looks of this back here. And then we've got like this really sort of weird space here. But the only thing I can think this is potentially like a hallway. And I might make that just a bit smaller because I think that's excessive for a laundry room, to be honest. So yeah, so that's the kitchen dining. But again, I might bring this out just a little bit more, because it for me to have like the kitchen here with a dining room, it's tight. It is. And I still think that could be a problem, because like the kitchen sort of wraps round and sort of ends here, if that makes sense. Then that's the dining room. So we're just gonna look. I'm rolling with it. It's not gonna be 100% accurate. It's not. It's just not. So let's try this instead. I still think that's tight to have like a dining space in there, but it's feasible. It is feasible, which gives us this sort of shape for the house. Now I have to somehow make this look somewhat nice, quote unquote, but we'll see. I'm still not 100% sold on the floor plan itself at this point. Now, what we've got is, it kind of looks to me like this is open, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like that. And then there is like a cut off here. And then I'll lay it out for example for you. So this on the floor plan, this is where it says WC in this area here. But I don't know why. I don't know what that space is. If anyone can let me know in the comments down below, that would be super helpful, because it's probably me just not knowing. But yeah, it just seems a bit odd to me. Like this is the entrance to the house, right? So I would assume we'd have some sort of archway here leading on to the family room. Then we've got the dining room and the kitchen here. That makes complete sense to me. I might even just freestyle it a little bit and sort of do that to sort of close it off. But I'll work it out as we're doing it, because it might be that archways look better rather than me dividing up the space with walls. But we'll see. It's not a problem. So yeah, we've got like these weird spaces here where we've got a nice ensuite leading off the main bedroom. That makes complete sense. We've got a laundry room off the kitchen. Again, makes complete sense. But then we've got like this odd space here. and I'm not really sure why. You know, I don't get it. I might just have to sort of place some items down and freestyle it a little bit. We'll see. But that's the general quote unquote layout. I think what I should probably do is we'll put some lights in so that we can see what we're doing. I think that would be very helpful in this situation here. So kitchen, dining room, huge family room. Love that. Entrance, little bathroom. We've got an ensuite here for bedroom number 2. That's an empty void space. This is some sort of hallway that sort of connects the bedrooms, which again makes sense because we're going to have a sort of door here that leads off to these rooms, off the family room. Oh yeah, and then this is a bathroom. Not overly happy with that because we're losing space here, but that's a nice place to put the toilet. I don't know. I really don't know at this point, but I'll work it out as we go along. Now, what I want to try and do is sort out the roofing, because I think this is where maybe this house is going to fall down a little bit, but we'll see. We'll just have to make it work. Okay, we're just gonna have to make it work. And I'm freestyling here. Usually I would be relying heavily on a reference image for the exterior shape, the structure, not necessarily the color scheme unless I see one that I really like. But this is a new thing for me, like completely new. And then surely we'll just copy and paste this, but make it a little bit smaller, obviously. And then we'll bring that in. And then what sort of roof would you have for the rest of the house? I'm trying it, even though I think I know the answer to this question already. Like, is that going to look bad? It doesn't look great, but we're trying things and sort of seeing what we can come up with. Don't like it. Now, the only other thing to do is to do this style of roof, but I think this is gonna feel excessive. I do. I think it's gonna. I don't know whether it's gonna work, but we'll. I don't hate it. The only problem I've got is this sticks out further than this, but I don't actually mind, because obviously in my head these are kids' rooms. I wouldn't mind tucking that in to line it up to make it a little bit easier with the roofing. I mean, it doesn't look like a very special house from the outside. Let's be honest. But we might be able to zhuzh it up. We might be able to. We'll have to see what we can come up with here. I'm going to have to use my creativity, as it were. I don't know whether we've got like a back deck. Oh, that needs to come back in. That looks terrible. And now we're going to need to lower that again. This is hard. And probably the worst part of this is I'm still not convinced on the floor plan. I'm really not convinced on it. I mean, from this angle, it looks fine. It's passable. I want to try something here, even though I think I already know that this is potentially not going to look that good. But I just want to try something. Yeah, I feel like that looks a bit weird. You know, like, why is it there? I mean, I know why it's there. It's to cover the porch. But I think I would rather maybe put this roofing on. Let's try this instead. It's all about trial and error. It's all about trial and error. I've been building in The Sims for years, and it still takes me a long time to get stuff right. Has that gone out too far, or are we good? Yeah, no, that's good. What do we think? I'm not opposed to it. It's all right. I don't love it yet, but we haven't, you know, I need to give myself a chance, because, you know, we haven't really done that much work on it yet. Put some stairs in, we can add some landscaping, go with a really pretty colour scheme. And I think it could be cute. It could be cute. And I'm always saying I want to build more single story family homes, and this is definitely for me the way to do it. So now that we've somewhat figured out the outside, I think we can pop back inside and maybe start placing down some items so that you all sort of understand, you know, like what I had in my mind for furniture placement and things like that. And I'll probably stick with base game to make this a little bit more accessible to everybody. So if we go to base game, and I think the best bed is likely going to be this one. Look, it is what it is. You know, we can't change it, and you know, that's that. And then these are going to be, in my mind, these would be, you could have maybe one as an office, you could have one as a guest room, a gaming room, a nursery, kids' bedrooms. But I think I'm going to sort of lay out, we would have, I think, in fact, I've just thought maybe I should put some doors down first, because otherwise, I'm so sorry about this video, I'm a little bit rusty. If you probably noticed, I haven't uploaded for what seems like forever. And for that, I apologize. I've had a lot going on. I'm feeling very, very rusty right now, so that's likely why. Okay, then we've got the toilet and the sink in here. This is a bathroom for this bedroom, so I'm thinking this could be a teen room. In my head, that makes the most sense. I think for the laundry room, we would probably have maybe a double door access, maybe off the kitchen and then off this weird sort of divider room here. The kitchen and dining is here. This is the family room. I think I'm going to put in another light because it's looking very dark in there. That's the foyer. So I think we would probably have a nice archway there. And then probably another archway here, to be honest. That makes the most sense for me. And then probably another archway here is kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I've only put this here because the kitchen kind of wraps round, which I love. I don't do this enough in my own builds. The kitchen wraps round and the dining room's here, but it's still classed as, I would class it as like a kitchen dining space, but the space is separated off by the kitchen cabinets, which I love. So I'm going to keep that there for now, but we will likely likely move it and maybe replace it with a half wall. I don't know yet. We're going to have to see what looks best. I would maybe be tempted with the nursery. I'm just thinking about time for your Sims to get from here to here. I think it's 6 2/3, isn't it? But I've wanted this to be the teen room, but because there's an ensuite, that's the only reason I'm thinking that. Or we could make it a guest bedroom. I'm not 100% sure at this point. So we're going to put the doors here for these rooms, and then for this bathroom, I'm probably going to make this look a little bit better. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll work it out. I might do something like I've done here, because that's a full bathroom, and at the moment it's kind of small. But I'm not averse to putting the toilet right in there, you know? So we'll tweak bits as we go along. But I'm thinking this is looking all right so far. Okay, so this is the ensuite. It's very big. It's very big. It is very big, but that's okay. I'm not opposed to it being big. Why does it do that? Why does it knock it off? If I'm ticking, it should just like lock that in place. It really annoys me. Anyway, moving on. I think we need to be wary of window placement too, which is another reason that I'm putting items down first. I need to be aware of window placement. So I'm thinking that there. I'm thinking toilet there. And then, I mean, it's a lot of wasted space, isn't it? I feel like we could make this a little bit fancier. Because it's a big bathroom, isn't it? Like, it really is huge. I don't know if I'd want cabinets maybe along this wall. Maybe like that. But again, like, look at all this space in the middle. It just seems kind of pointless. But I don't know another way to lay it out. I'm just looking at this here. And there's like a double sink sort of situation on the floor plan. So let me just try something here. Let me try something. I might section off the shower with a wall, which I never do. And then we've got more cabinets over here. This is what the reference image is more like, I would say. So we could do this. Maybe? Like we've got 2 places for sinks, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But hey ho, don't get me started on sinks either, especially from the base game. I'm working with what I have here because most of these look like kitchen sinks. This one, like, that's probably the one that looks most like a bathroom sink. So let's do that instead. It's fine. It's fine. We'll pop some mirrors in. I'm thinking those fancy mirrors need to go there. And then I'm thinking we could just have maybe like a regular mirror above these ones. Or would we... In fact, yeah, we'll do that. I'm not necessarily like furnishing the house. I'm gonna lay out the items so that when you download it, you can kind of do what you want to do with it. You could use custom content, you can use all the packs and things like that. But for me, my focus today is to sort of try and replicate a floor plan. So that's what we're trying to do here. But yeah, I wouldn't mind putting in maybe some, like, you know, little extra bits though, so that you can kind of see what my vision was. I don't mind that at all. And because we've got so much room in here, we can kind of play around a little bit with some items. But yeah, that is a big ensuite. And then let's just quickly do this one. We've got a toilet and then a sink over here. Again, look, I'm going base game so it makes it more accessible. But yeah, anyway, we'll pop this up here. And I've just bought a new keyboard and like installed it. And it's slightly different to my other keyboard, so my brain isn't sure where certain keys are. So if I keep looking down, that's why. Sorry if it's annoying. And then we've got here, like this is another full bathroom. So I'm going to, it's not as big as that one, which is nice, but we do have room. Do we have room? No, probably not, which is fine. It's no biggie. To be fair, we could, oh, hello. Hello? What was, oh, platforms, honestly. Who'd have them? In fact, we'll do it like that. That makes a little bit more sense. Right. I did say I'm thinking about a teen room. Look, I'll decorate these as bedrooms. I said decorate. I'll sort of say these are bedrooms, but you can do whatever you would like with these. You really, really can. So in my head, I'm thinking this would be a teen room. I think this would make a really cool teen room. I think that would be fab. And it's at the front of the house too, which I kind of like. So they've got their own ensuite. I would have this as maybe like, oh, in fact, let's use bunk beds because it feels like it's been the longest time since I've used bunk beds. So we could put the bunk beds there. That might be kind of nice. Yep, like that. And then I'm thinking this would make a really, really, really cute nursery. That was kind of my thought with that. And I think that's a really sweet idea. Okay, and then for this bathroom, I'm actually more tempted to pop a little shower in there. I think that's a fantastic idea. And then we could put just a toilet and a sink over here. I think that works perfectly. Oh, we need to put mirrors, don't we, above? Did I not do that? Oh, I did it in that one. Oh, okay. I'm getting them mixed up because there's a lot of bathrooms in this house, which in real life would be fantastic. So how many do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, technically 3.5 because that's not a full bathroom. But in real life, that would be, I mean, terrible for cleaning. Don't get me wrong. I have 3 bathrooms. We have 3 bathrooms in our house. And when it comes to cleaning them, it's just, oh my goodness, it's not the best job in the world, is it, cleaning a bathroom? So when you've got this many, it's like, okay. Right, let's pop down a fireplace. Again, going for base game. Oh yeah, I always forget that we've got these. So in my mind, I would kind of have maybe sofa there, and then perhaps some armchairs. I don't know why I'm overthinking this because these are just placeholder items, but I kind of want to show you what I would do with this space potentially. But this is kind of what I would do with it, which I think is rather nice. I'm just showcasing maybe how you could lay stuff out just to get you started with stuff. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's this is a huge room, so you could definitely have some like family activities in here. You could have a family computer, you could have kids' toys in here for the kids. It's a nice space. And then let's lay out the kitchen as well. I'm just going to use these counters again. Now, in the reference image, we've got cabinets all the way along here, which is wonderful. I love it. So let's replicate that. Oh, in fact, I think we've also got cabinets, like I was saying, along here, which is great. So you've got plenty of space, plenty. And then we've got obviously the cabinets as well. So let's pop the cabinets in. Now, again, I'll pop down some placeholder items. I would be tempted to have the cooker here. So let's pop in just this one. And then I would maybe have, oh no, not that. Actually, yes. Then I would have an extractor fan above here for sure. And then we'd have just cabinets along here again. But what I would maybe do over here is I would place this. You've got the space. If you've got the space to do it, definitely do it. And then I kind of like it if the sink I'm just thinking, let's go with this sink, was here, because I don't know whether in the reference image we've got this sort of situation going on. Like I've sort of seen this, but obviously we'll put a half wall in. I've seen this in some American homes. I think it's less sort of typical in a British house. I've never come across it. That's not to say it doesn't happen or it doesn't exist, but like I've seen this and I like it. I really, really, really like it because it sort of opens up the space and it makes it really quite sociable. And I don't know how though, like these are they like glued to the ceiling or something, or screwed to the ceiling? Did I really just say they glued to the ceiling? I do worry about myself sometimes. But yeah, I've sort of seen this, and in my head, it's sort of like that. But I honestly don't know. I really, 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 really like it. I think it's adorable. I'll pop in a fridge as well, just to make things a little bit easier here. Would we want the fridge there? Would we want the fridge? Oh, hang on a minute. I've got a better idea. That still doesn't resolve that problem, does it? I might size this down just a little bit with the tool mod. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. I really like that kitchen. I would have that kitchen in real life easily. Okay, let me pop down some furniture for the dining room as well. Now, because I think this is a pretty big space, we could put in a decent sized dining table. I think I wouldn't go any, like, so if we put that in, like, it fits, to be fair. So should we try it and just see how we feel about it? We definitely could, couldn't we? And we could even sort of line it up with there. Maybe I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Like, how many Sims are going to be in this house potentially? But that's kind of my thinking on that space as well. Now, I am aware that I said this is going to be a laundry room, so I will pop in a washer and dryer from the Laundry Day stuff pack. If you don't have this pack, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. I'm just putting these in because I said it was going to be a laundry room. That's all. So we need a dryer as well. Dryer. Perfect. Okay, and then we need some counters. I'm just thinking about this double access. I'm rethinking the double access actually. Got some cabinets along there as well, and then we can maybe have a look as well at some Laundry Day stuff. Yeah, I'm just thinking we need, for example, like a little hamper. I think that would be useful in here. Yeah, I would. But again, if you don't have this pack, don't worry. I'm just illustrating, you know, what that room is, basically. Now what we can probably have a look at doing is focusing a little bit more on the exterior. Now, for me, that living room is a bit too big. Like, I'm looking at it and it just looks a bit too big for me personally. But I'd be really, really, really interested to see like how you all would decorate that, you know. But also I think for continuity, I think I might steal this bed again and just pop it in here. I'm hoping that this is obviously the main bedroom. I'm hoping that's that sort of, I could actually, just in case people download this and they don't see the video, I could potentially put some bedside tables on, like, in here, and then you kind of get the idea, you know. And what we could probably do as well, like, let's put some flooring in, let's put some tiles in, then we'll focus on the outside. I think that makes more sense. So in terms of color schemes, look, I'm not really going to overthink this. She says, I say this every time, I'm not really going to overthink it. I don't think, she says as she's overthinking it. I can see myself, I'm overthinking it already. But basically, I just, again, want to just illustrate the rooms. So I might, like, for example, have carpet in the kids' bedrooms. you know, tile in the bathrooms, etc., etc. But yeah, as I've said that, I'm like, oh, I'm not overthinking it. No, I definitely am. I don't want to do grey because it's looking very, very like bland. But these are just placeholder items again to show you all like how I would lay this house out, and then it's kind of up to you all what you want to do with it if you choose to download this house. This is more of a challenge for me, to be honest, rather than, oh, I'm building this for you to download, but it will be up on the gallery to download if you would like to play in it. No judgments here. I think it's really nice if you do that. I think it's lovely. Okay, so I think teen room would probably have the same flooring. I think, like I said, the kids' bedrooms, I'm tempted to go carpet because we got some of this really cool carpet. I think in the nursery, oh, is that a bit weird with the green? Probably, right? I think we should maybe just go with that. Like, look how bland this is. This is like so un-me. I love playing around with color in The Sims, so what I'm doing now is killing me. It's killing me. So I'm just not going to overthink it. Main bedroom can be purple. Sure. Teen room. What colour should the teen room be? I'm thinking maybe like a nice baby blue or something like that. Okay, fine. This kid's bedroom. What colour should this kid's bedroom be? Yellow. Sure. Why not? Nursery. A nice creamy beige colour. You know, it's okay. You can change this, and I definitely recommend that you do. Right, let's put some tile in the kitchen and the bathrooms as well. Again, I want to stick with base game. So, I mean, base game tile is not great, is it? If I'm remembering correctly, it's not typically a tile that I sort of gravitate towards. Although we do have this one, which I don't mind. This is okay. Oh, really? I thought that was going to work. Okay, we'll just manual. Oh, of course, because it's open. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, we can do that because that's separated by that, so that definitely works. And then I might just put the same tile in all of the bathrooms just to make things super easy. And then for the tile on the floor, we could just do this, right? What about that? You get the gist. You get the idea, or I'm hoping you do. And then now we can kind of focus a little bit more on the outside, the window placement, and because it's looking a little bit sad. It's looking a bit I don't know, like no one really cares about it. So let's start with some trim on the roof. That's a very good place to start. The back looks very boring and basic. I'm wondering if there's something that we can do about that. We'll see. We'll have a think. We definitely need to put a chimney on here somewhere. So let's oh, I always forget that the base game has like the worst chimneys as well. Like, really? I'm working with what I have, okay? I'm working with what I have. We need a front door as well, and I'm thinking probably the best option is going to be this one. But I just want to make sure that that works with the yeah, that definitely works. Okay, that's fine. Now, do we work out windows and then color scheme? Yeah, probably that would be the best thing to do. Okay, so we need windows. I'm thinking they're quite nice from the base game. What do we think about them? I don't usually use those nice tall ones, but they're kind of nice. And then I'd be tempted to put one in here for the downstairs bathroom. And because it just gives a little bit more detailing to the outside, let's be honest. And then we need to start being careful, because obviously we need to be mindful of our item placements here. So what we could do now that we've done that is we could maybe move the bunk beds over here like this, and then you've got plenty of space to add toys and things like that if you're going to have this as a kid's bedroom, which is entirely up to you. Just making sure that looks all right from the outside. It's fine. It's passable, right? It is passable. Okay, let's just have a look on the inside again. So I'd like a window there. I'd quite like, oh, in fact, these don't need to be that tall though, do they? We could even go shorter. Okay, let's put the windows where I want to put them on the outside, and then we'll work out if they look any good on the inside. I think that's a good plan. Let's have a look at this. How does that doesn't work, does it? No, of course it doesn't, because why would it? Okay. What about that? Oh no. Just make sure they're even from the outside. They are, but works in there. I'd like a window in here, but we've got a nice little window in the kitchen, but one of them's covered up. And then we can take the same windows and possibly, I'm thinking about doing that, because that's kind of nice. I like that. And then we need 2 windows there, I would say. I'm just trying to be mindful of what this looks like on the outside, but I think when it comes to having side windows, I don't think it really matters that much. Like, I'd love to have a little side window in this bedroom. We could even... Oh, does it look a bit silly with the 2 different heights of windows? Or does that look kind of nice? I can't work that out, actually. I kind of like the 2 different windows on there. It's doing something to my brain, and not in a bad way, but we'll see how I feel about it when we like start, you know, painting the outside of the house because I might change my mind. Okay, and then obviously we've got to work out the windows in the living room, because this is such a big space. Like, you can definitely have, you know, these nice big windows here, which look all right, actually. I'm just working out if they look, because obviously we've got the landscaping to do as well. We do have the landscaping to do. I'm just trying to work out if maybe we should do that with these windows instead. And then from the outside, they're slightly off center just because of how the bathroom's laid out. So that would be in the center. But unfortunately, if we do that, you can see that causes issues with the sink there. So yeah, I'd rather it was functional inside. We can always hide that with some trees or whatever, really. Now for color schemes, not really sure, to be honest. I haven't given it too much thought, but it's been a while since I've used like some of these sidings. So maybe we could have a bit of a play around with some of these, possibly. I'm not saying that we're definitely going to, by the way, but it might be kind of nice to, I don't know, like whether we should go a little bit more fun. See, I like that roof, but not with this color scheme. So we might need to rethink the color scheme. Like, what if we just went white? Or that's like ridiculously boring, right? Which is another reason I wanted to do more of like this. Okay, I've changed the lighting a smidge, but I feel like there should be something here. Oh, maybe we could add some of these details. This might help me like it more. I think the landscaping is definitely going to help, but yeah, adding some extra details like this definitely helps with the sort of overall look and feel of a house. At least I think so, anyway. We could also add some little, maybe flower boxes. I don't know though. I've been wanting to add flower boxes to my builds, and for some reason I can't seem to get them to work at the moment. Like, every time I put them down, I'm like, ugh, like, no. But actually I don't mind these. So maybe we could just see how we feel about them. I'm not sure. Right, okay. Let's try and work on some landscaping. I might start to love it if we add some landscaping. You just never know. Okay, again, base game landscaping, a little bit limited, but we're gonna do what we can. We really are. This is, look, again, I'm rusty. I haven't filmed or built, for that matter, in what feels like the longest time ever. Like, I really do need to get back into it because I miss it so much. Like, you have no idea. But life be lifing at the minute. So it's been a little bit more difficult than usual, but hopefully I am back. See, already adding 2 trees, I think, has made a huge difference. I'm not a fan of these trees. Maybe if we filter by live edit and debug, we could maybe have a little bit of a more of a peruse to see what base game actually has to offer. Let's see here. In fact, I'm actually tempted to move this tree here. I like it because it's so green, but I might change it back to scale 1. Oh no, there it goes. Right, anyway. Okay. Yeah. That's better. That is better. We also definitely need to look at adding some flowers for some pops of colour, because that is something that this is really missing at the moment, especially considering it's one of my builds. I just like, if I didn't add colour, I just feel weird about it, you know? And then for pops of colour, I don't like that one. That upsets me as well. We need some flowers. Flowers with colour. We've got these purple ones, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Pink. Not opposed to it, but not a huge fan. The yellow could be nice. The yellow could be really nice, actually. Because that's a colour that I'd done. I'm saying this with hesitation, actually. I'm just about to say I don't usually use it, but I do love adding these sunflowers to build sometimes. I'm not sure I'm going to do that here, but I definitely do it sometimes. And then we've got, oh, could we, what about this sort of pop of blue here? What do we think of that? I'm gonna go back in a second and see how we feel about it, because I'm not sure. Not opposed to it, actually. I'm really not opposed to that at all. It helps add some colour. It definitely helps. Okay. I'm gonna move that over there for just a moment, because I'd like to look at, why does it keep knocking this off? It's so irritating. Adding some sort of low-lying bushes along here. I think that might be kind of fun. Like, you got to size these down quite a bit, because I don't want, obviously, the flower boxes to sort of disappear. Oh, we definitely need to add this leading up to the house as well. Lovely. Let's move the mailbox. Oh, hold on. Move the mailbox. Maybe put it like that. I like putting mailboxes on an angle, and I'm really not sure why. No idea where that came from. It's just one of those things. Has it knocked off? It's knocked off base game again. Like, why does it do that? It's so annoying. Oh, that's a big tree. Like, there's this one, but that really is big, isn't it? Like, unnecessarily big. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to get that to work. So that's a no. We've got... Oh, I do like this one. But again, it is big. But at least it's tall. So you can kind of stop it clipping into the house. I'm saying with hesitation because it's clipping a little bit, but it won't be clipping, like, properly into the house, I don't think. Like, it's coming over a bit here, but it doesn't impact anything. I just wanted to add some more greenery, that's all. Add some more greenery, and then I think what we could probably do is just add maybe that bush there. Pop one down in front of it, but size it down. And then add some more of these sort of low-lying bushes along here. And we'll add some more of that yellow as well, because I really like how the blue and the yellow looks. I think it looks really good. Like that. We've got some space down here. So actually what I might add for you Sims are some planter boxes. Oh, again with the base game, like knocking it off. I might add some planter boxes down here for you Sims, and I need to sort that out in a moment so that they can work on their gardening skill. I think that might be kind of nice. There we go. Oh, lovely. Look, you've got some little skill building items there, which is lovely. I'm just thinking, what if we changed these to yellow? I'm saying that with hesitation because I'm not sure I like the look of that. I don't know. Like, I do this every time with flower boxes. Now I'm thinking, okay, well then let's just remove the flower boxes because they're not... But then it looks quite boring without the flower boxes. I don't know. It's not my most interesting build, is it? It's definitely not. What about the blue? Could the blue be kind of nice? So we've got the blue in the flowers. I know it's not the exact same blue, but still. Something like that. I might actually increase this to 1.1. Seems like such a trivial thing, but trust me. Oh, okay. I don't mind this actually. It's turned out okay. It has. Is it my best work? No. No, it's definitely not. But it's been a learning experience for sure. You know, with the floor planning and everything like that. Again, we had to make some slight adjustments along the way, but it's been fine. I think for like a single story house as well, it looks quite nice. I think what I might do is take this. I was going to say size it up to that, but like that's excessive, isn't it? So maybe we could do it like at a 1.4. That's better. A little bit more balanced. We do have this space out here. I could add a deck of some sort and then you can kind of decide what you want to do with it. It's not on the floor plan, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be on the floor plan. But I probably will fence it in. Just kind of like that. Put some railings on the steps, of course. Like that. Oh, and then we can change this now to right rail. I keep forgetting we can do that all the time. All the time forgetting. What I'll do out here is I'll see if I can. I'll pop maybe like a little seating area or something. Might be nice. A bit, like maybe, no, not a table. I was more thinking, like, 'cause it's not a very big space. So what we could have instead is maybe we could put like a little barbecue and then you can have like a nice little space down here or something. Again, I'll leave it up to you what you want to do with that. I can put a bench. I can definitely pop a bench out here. That might be kind of nice just for your Sims to sit out on. Again, just to illustrate what my vision was for it. And then we need to take some more landscaping as well and just continue it on, don't we? And then what I'll probably do is just take these. Oh, I keep doing this. There we go. And maybe put these all along here just to add a little bit more detailing overall, you know, make it look a little bit more polished. And we could even look at adding maybe some like, maybe there's something for kids in the base game that we can add here. I'm just trying to think if there's any. I know we've got the monkey bars. We could possibly put monkey bars. And then what I might do is just take these again and just sort of line the back. So yeah, right. And then in terms of, I just want to see what we've got for outdoor activities in the base game for kids. Like I said, I know we've got the monkey bars. I'm just wondering if we've got anything. We've got this telescope. Oh, we could put a telescope in the back garden. So your Sims can come out here. Kind of like that idea. Okay, let's pop some monkey bars down for the kids. And then that's probably it for the house, actually. So that is the house all done. I'm really surprised that this house ended up taking up the full lot. I really, really am. So this is the outside. It's looking pretty bland, to be honest, but I think we saved it somewhat with the landscaping. And I'm using that very loosely. But this was more about getting the floor plan right rather than making the house. Look, I'm trying to make myself feel better. I really am. Again, not my best work, but it was still a fun challenge to participate in, and I'm glad I did it, and I'd love to do it again. So if you find any floor plans that you think, oh, Rachel, can you please try that? Feel free to send them to me. Please do, because I'd like to do some different ones, and I'd definitely like to do this again. So yeah, the outside, we did put some monkey bars out here. I did add a back porch, not on the floor plan, but I just thought it'd be a nice opportunity to put a barbecue there. If you want to remove it, please feel free. It's no biggie. So if we move on to the inside, these are the placeholder items that I've put down. As I explained, we haven't decorated this house like properly. And oh my goodness, look. How's this happened? And look, this isn't even painted. What is happening? What colour was this room? Oh, I know that it really doesn't matter, but that's just annoying. What was it? Like a green colour? I'm going to go with green. Sure. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I also want to put one more light in here because I don't think this looks like it's light enough. Perfect. Right. Again, sorry, let me start fresh. So we didn't decorate this properly. I've decorated it so that it's move-in ready for your Sims and so that you can see what each of the rooms are. So for example, the main bedroom, the other bedrooms, the family room, the ensuite, the laundry room, the kitchen, the dining room, everything. So yeah. Oh, look, it's done it again here. I'm sure I painted this. Anyway, and before I put this on the gallery, I will make sure that there's doors leading to obviously the relevant rooms, because the last thing I want is like any routing issues or anything like that. The one space that I am really pleased how it turned out is this space here, because like this little trick with the cabinets and stuff, something that I don't usually do. But as I was explaining during the process, it's nice because like while you're cooking or while you're doing whatever, you can just be like chatting to your family and things like that. I think I might put a microwave down actually in here so that your Sims can, you know, have a microwave too. But yeah, so kitchen, dining, the family room, the laundry room as well, which comes off the kitchen. This little weird sort of through room here. On the floor plan, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really understand it, so I sort of freestyled that bit, which is fine. Main bedroom and the huge ensuite, which for me is too big, and I also we need a window in here surely. So we'll pop one there. I think we can get away with that. Yeah, huge ensuite, family room, entrance. This particular sim has their own ensuite as well, and then we also have just like a little toilet, just a toilet and a sink in here, which I think is a really nice addition to a house actually as you walk in, and something that you tend to see in like newer builds of like British houses too. I think it just makes complete sense. And then off here we've actually got like another area of the house which I think is separated off really nicely. We've got two further bedrooms, and then like I would class that as like a main family bathroom too. If you wanted to, you could definitely add like you could turn this into like a laundry room / bathroom. You could even have this as like an ensuite and access as a main bathroom as well. You definitely could do that. It's quite versatile. I've just tried to follow the floor plan as it is on here, which I'm looking at them side by side. I'll see if I can actually do this. So if I zoom out and do this, I'm going to try and put the reference image just here on the screen so that we can sort of see. Oh no, I feel like I'm not very good at this. We can kind of try and see just how close we got. I'm not sure if we did get close. I'm really not, but it was very fun nonetheless. And like I said, I'll pop this up on the gallery just in case you'd like to move your sim families in, do a bit of renovating, do a bit of decorating. You've got the shell there and you've got a really nice sort of spacious single story family house. So I really enjoyed doing this challenge. Again, if you've got any other floor plans that you'd like me to try, please feel free to send them to me on my social medias. I'm RachelPedd across the board. And if you'd like to download this house, it's available from the gallery under my origin ID, which is RachelPedd. But thank you so much everyone for joining me here today. I'm sorry for the long absence. I am back. I'm not going anywhere, and videos will continue as normal moving forward. But thank you all so much. You take care, and I will see you all again next time. Bye.